Alright, welcome back to the final competitive race of F1 2019. We are doing TTL Classic Cars at Spa. Here's a look at my setup. I was struggling for rear stability, so I wanted to make a few little tweaks, maybe change a few things on to kind of, shore up the rear a bit, so I kind of messed around here. So, heading into this one, we're going to just talk as the one-shot qualifying gets underway. So, and just look at this very mediocre lap. So heading into this one, did not feel great about the pace. I kind of, it's been a long, a long day in the build up to this. So I just wanted to really just turn up, get some, let some steam off, just race, hopefully have a good time, and kind of see what happened from there. I was hoping that either somehow if people got penalties or if I was mostly hoping if other people kind of had accidents and such, that I would be able to make up some places that way. But honestly, I expected to be closer to the bottom half than the top half for this. So I guess, just struggling with some confidence with, some various traction zones. But this lap was okay out the box. So the first lap in one-shot quali, ahead of the second one is pretty difficult. You're further off. Well, at least I'm usually further off. My best heading into this was a 46.2. I knew I could go quicker, but I just could never do it, and I was always just trying to tweak this up, trying to look for stability rather than speed. So that's what the idea was at the very least. So, anyways, heading through Stavolo, so that's kind of what I'm looking for more than anything else, and hopefully just to try and finish this on a high, and we'll just kind of see where the chips kind of fall after that. So I think I'm doing more classic cars tomorrow, and that'll be kind of a final video to kind of round off F1 2019. I'll probably talk about that during that as well. So, yeah. Sorry, elephant in the room. There's no game sound. I forgot to change the setting, an audio setting, and we're rookie with no game sound today. So there won't be a no commentary version because do you really want to see this with no game sound? So, yeah. Anyways, 46.5 to get within 3/10 of my quickest time, and on that one shot, it's actually not bad. It's only good enough for ninth, though, which kind of confirmed kind of my suspicions of where I would be at. So get the fuel. I decided to jack it up here to 13.4 on the fuel because obviously this track is very straight line speed dependent. We're going to need lots of rich mixtures. Here we go. Then away we go. Quick start. Get a good little start there. Get ahead of Conti. So, but nothing really doing heading elsewhere. I'm going to try and go down the inside of Sean. Honey Badger is there as well. So kind of get off the throttle here and just try and slip in without giving, letting off too much to the let the car, which is Conti, behind. So these cars max out at about 187 or so under normal conditions. There's a few as Siege goes after that. So there's one position made. Conti's on my left hand side, but I know as long as you have the inside line, you pick up 190 with some slipstream and rich. But I'm going to tuck in here into P7. And just try and settle in. I think I'm the second highest Ferrari. I think Venom is up there in the podium spots, but that's what we're going to try and do. I think I left all of this first lap in for reasons I'm not quite sure because nothing else really happens. I just wanted to try and be careful of my fuel mixture. In retrospect, I put way too much in, and we'll see that at the end, but I just want to try and avoid... I was having trouble here in Puon. I was using 9 ballast, but then dropped it down to 8 and found the car much more stable. And I was able to gain some performance that way. But this section of the track I actually quite enjoyed, just sweeping left. And it's the same with after Les Combes as well. I'm able to make up some time there. But honestly, you need to carry like a second a lap advantage quicker than the guy in front if you want to get past. And you literally have to be pushing them up Eau Rouge to have a chance of overtaking, because you're going to see later on how this kind of all shakes down. These cars are very difficult to overtake, and you really need that pace advantage. So I was unsure where I stood in this compared to the others, but I know obviously Joe was racing this as well, and he was he did 45s in practice, I was not touching 45s, and I'm assuming these other guys were, so that's kind of where things kind of stand with that. Anyways, that's lap 1, nothing really doing there. We made a few positions off the start. Lap 4, you can kind of see the kind of front guys are getting away a little bit, 1.6 behind Sean, and Conti's a 9/10 back. Really need to be about... Well, there's a car on the wall, actually. There's Honey Badger. He's off at turn 1. Out of the sources, one of the areas I kind of struggled with, and I'm hoping, to avoid lighting up the rears out of there. But, yeah, that's kind of a situation as we head up through Radion then. Kind of just monitoring the gap behind, using Rich. But be careful not to putting down the standard when I can, so I'm not revving out the engine too much, and I'm not having temperatures too high, which might affect my straight line speed. Lap 7, race is pretty uneventful to be fair, but Conti's now 5 tenths behind. The front guys really have pulled away, but I'm keeping good pace here with Sean, which I wasn't really expecting, but Conti's behind as well, so even though I'm sure he's like 5 or so tenths down heading out of La Source, he's going to close up a little bit, but it's just not going to be enough. There's not enough straight line speed on these cars to really catch up. Lap 8 heading on to lap 9, he's a little bit closer this time, so it's going to stick to the inside here at Lake, heading up the Kemmel Straight, and really, you'd have to be super late on the brakes, and I'm just going to gradually move back over when it comes to clear. He's not going to make a move. I actually gained a lot of time on Sean through this part of the track. I'm actually quite comfortable with this part of the track, so as I'm just tentative just to get on full throttle, I could have got on a little bit more, but yeah, pretty uneventful race in the end. I'm going to slide into P6 here, so happy enough with that because the pace does not deserve P6. But I did feel better that I was growing more and more confident as the race went on. I'm going to do a personal best turn on the last lap, which is a 47.3. Nothing great, but a P6 from P9, can't be too upset with that. So, yeah, we're happy enough with that. A couple of penalties, one penalty in front, but to be 14 seconds off around that, in 11 laps, it's actually a pretty quick race, to be fair. You're done in less than 20 minutes, basically. Here's the end of the lap for race 2 in qualifying. It's 46.6, and this is good enough for, is it 7th place? I think a few more people got disqualified this time. That worried me because there are a lot of guys that are quick, like it's Mishiro and Charlie and Casper, and these guys and Venom. These guys are much quicker though. But Venom was having connection issues. But this time around, I'm going to actually stick in about, I think is it 12.4? Yeah, 12.4 laps of fuel because we actually finished with over a lap and a bit to go. Here we go then. Race 2. 5 red lights, away we go. Not a bad initial start, but the second phase just absolutely gazumped. Boom, right to the inside, and the space is left down the inside. I'm going to go for it into P3 here. I'm going to see what we can do. There's 2 cars on my left hand side. Joe's one of them. Leave a little bit on the back end. Have to leave the space, so Joe gets up to 3rd, but we're going to slide in nicely into P5. So that was absolutely fantastic. So I'm really happy about that. Second phase, I don't know what happened, man. I started lean and then built up. But yeah, really happy with that. We're just going to, again, this is what we're talking about. You have to be so much quicker. And this is running with 2.5 wings, and 1.5 is basically the same. So this is what we're running with. Trying to save fuel when I can, or not put into rich when I don't need it. So that's the idea. I'm going to kind of save a bit. A little understeer through there. In general, I felt more understeer at this in this race at the start more so than race 1. But anyways, it's all McLarens in front. As you would expect, probably from this. But yeah, we're not going to hang around the whole first lap here. Race 2 is a little bit more entertaining, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Flags just for cars behind. But again, Conti's behind me, and I feel bad for the chap because he's going to be stuck behind me for a while at this race. Lap 5, kind of the front guys have got away a lot quicker this time. I have no one trying kind of in front of me to, slipstream and such. So, but this is, the territory that Conti's in right now. It's close to, even with the very little difference on the straight line speed, that he could actually pass me. So, but very simple solution in these cars. You pull over to the right hand side, you protect the inside line, and you just keep an eye on the car and where it is. Nice and easy. Late on the brakes as you can. You have the racing line. 2 cars coming and go through here. A little bit of contact front to rear, but affected him more than me. Affected me more than him rather. But thankfully, I was able to keep the position and nothing really doing. But that's the general idea how you defend in these cars down towards Lake Com. So yeah, it's going to be a race of that basically. But I think Conti must have ran like maybe a click less wing or something than the last time, because he had a lot more straight line speed, it seemed, this time in comparison to myself than race 1. Because really, in race 1 he wasn't really looking to. Oh, there goes Honey Badger, by the way. So moves us up into P4. So happy about that. Lap 5 again, under attack from Conti, is a lot closer this time, and again pull over the right hand side. Make sure he hasn't got the inside line. I thought this time this might be it, because he might be able to just outbrake me a little bit later, but again I go later in the brakes and they come swoop in again. He's actually not even alongside me, so I can just take that racing line and go from there. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward how you defend here. I thought maybe concerned that other cars could catch up behind, but by lap 7 kind of we pulled away a bit and just checking behind, nothing really doing, saving fuel where I can. Got half a lap there left, and I'm safely here into in P4 this lap. No trouble this time from behind. Lap 8 again, a little bit closer, but again, nothing that I'm really worried about pulling over side by side. You just have to try and keep it easy. I can deal with some pressure from behind, so I'm used to this kind of situation. Keeping people behind me sometimes. Personal best on lap 9 to lap 10. Good lap there, 47.2. So race times are a bit quicker this time round. Heading on to lap 11 then, just a tenth or so off of that. So some decent enough, consistent enough lap times. But that was it. Charlie got by on lap 10, I believe. So, but he wasn't any under. If he had been behind me longer in the race, I may have been a little bit worried. But yeah, nothing really doing on one lap. So anyways, this is going to be a very nice P4, which, and again, a PB on the last lap as well, 47.1. So happy about that. So yeah, I mean, look at the lap times. I was the only person in the top 7 with a 47. So it kind of shows you what the pace difference was like to the guys behind. But it's just impossible to overtake here without that straight line speed. And even then, it was impossible. But P4 from P9, really happy with. I definitely overachieved. So happy to do that. And that's it. That is it for competitive racing on F1 2019. Again, I'll talk about that more as a whole later. But I'm hoping the standings are out at some point. We're going to look at them here. Well, you're going to look at them. I'm looking at a black screen as the video has ended. But I think I got to 84 points in the end. And I think it might be good enough for 7th or 8th. So considering everything that happened in Australia, how I binned it and then didn't realize there was actually a second race, to take that many points and finish that highly in basically 3 rounds, I'm pretty content with. So I think I performed pretty well and actually outperformed myself compared to my pace, especially in Canada and Spa. Spain was kind of a missed opportunity in race 2. But anyways, that's going to do it for the TTL Classic Leagues. Classic League, yeah, it was fun. I had good fun. Cars a little bit tough to drive at times. I think the Ferrari mostly. I'm sure the Red Bull and McLarens are a bit more stable. But yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. There'll be one more F1 2019 video before we're done with that. We can kind of talk about other stuff then. So anyways, thanks for watching and until next time.